Hey everyone, Rob Alvey with Theme Park Review here. Guess where we're at again? You got it. We are back at IAAPA 2010 here in Orlando. All right, so we are here at Great Coasters, checking out some amazing looking footage on the iPad. So you guys have had a pretty great year. I mean, George and the Dragon, double wooden coaster. That was the first one you guys have built since like what, Lightning Racer and Gwazi?
Yeah, actually it was. So it was really exciting when Efteling actually said, let's build a racer, because we never thought about that. We'd actually done some proposals for them for a small ride, but only a single unit. And then it come around where they needed some more capacity. And at that point they said, well, let's do a racer. And that's when Jeff got really excited because he wanted to lay out a racer. And ultimately what turned out was George and the Drac.
Excellent. Now, last time we talked, we were talking Terminator, and there were some stories about effects that you guys didn't know about. Now, I remember on George and the Dragon, there was water effects and everything going on. Were you guys at least fully in the loop this time on what was happening?
Yeah, we actually knew that there was going to be a dragon. And from what I understood from the very beginning, the dragon was going to spit out a fireball that was like 40 feet in the air. I don't know if that ever come to completion to get that big of a fireball, but it still shoots out maybe a couple meters or so.
So what is it with GCI and fire next to wood?
I have no idea, but apparently we've started something that no one else is doing yet. But there's a lot of interest in blowing things up on wooden roller coasters.
I mean, that seems a little insane to me, but whatever works. So China is new. Is it opening? When is it? Early 2011?
Yeah, early 2011. The park hasn't set a date yet, as far as I know. But I should be going over probably at the end of January, mid-January, to commission. And what that would mean is I'm going over to set the trains on, and we do the startups.
Excellent. So what's it been like working in China? This is your first project out there?
Asia has been fairly interesting. It's a whole different way of thinking. So imagine everything that you know about American business and even working in Europe, and then turn that 180 degrees. It's a whole new experience.
All right, so speaking about trains, we are sitting in this uber sexy Coca-Cola train over here. Now, this, you were just telling me a story, so this sits in the world headquarters?
Yeah, it sits in Coca-Cola's main building in Atlanta. I think it's on the 14th floor. And the deal is, several years ago, Coke had found one of our sales reps saying that they wanted an amusement car in their building. So we kind of got hooked up with them. The way it kind of worked out is I told Coke, here's the deal. You supply the money to get it painted and put the Coke sign on the front. And basically we'll give you a car to have in your office, but you have to bring it to the show for us every year. And last year was the first year that we didn't use it because it was so far to ship to Vegas. Right. It was just really a long way. And Coke was actually sending a smaller booth. And so I told Coke, don't worry about it, we'll just do it in Orlando. Now that we're in Orlando for the next 10 years, it'll be here for at least 10 years or until Coke gets tired of it in their buildings. So.
Awesome. All right, so now this is the part with Chris Gray and any funny GCI stories. Now let's see, like you guys were in China. I heard, that's right. So I heard something about some crazy slide in Finland. Are you guys, no, not Finland, in Germany. That's right, when you guys are building El Toro. Now, are you allowed to talk about this?
Actually, if anybody wants to go see that, it's on our Facebook page.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's actually posted on Facebook. It is absolutely hysterical. It happened while we were in Freulenhof. One day we were, after work, we seen this slide, and Joe kept saying he wanted to go down this slide. The thing is it was raining, light mist, and Joe didn't want to get dirty, so he put a trash bag over his legs, right, so to keep him from getting dirty. But what he didn't realize is it went to zero friction, and as he went down over the first hump, you could see the pressure wave go through his back as he collapsed, and he goes airborne. And at the end, he actually jumped out of the slide pit for a meter over onto another ride and flew out into the midway.
This is the slide as you're coming over the hill of El Toro, the one that you can see like directly.
It's like blue and red, yeah. And you watch people on YouTube ride this thing when there's no rain or no trash bag, and they don't even make it to the end of the slide. Joe went 30 meters past the end of the slide, so it was absolutely hysterical.
All right, and so the video of this is actually on your YouTube page, or it's on your Facebook page. All right, so everyone check out the GCI Facebook page and watch, is that, you said it was Joe?
Yeah, there's actually another video on there of one of our other employees falling off of one of the climbing teepee things, which they're kind of tied together. The crazy Swede Mats Hummel filmed it all for us, but you can actually hear us laughing to the point where we couldn't breathe on both of these videos, and they're really quick back to back. But if you hear somebody grunting and moaning, that's Jeff, and I sound like a goat. So it's quite.
So this is like GCI does Jackass, basically.
Right, almost, but not really. But.
Okay. All right, guys. So Chris Gray of GCI, thank you once again, as always. And have a great year, and hopefully we'll be riding your coaster in China very soon. All right, we're here with Sandor, Kernacs, head of Intamin. Now, you guys have had the most amazing year, starting out with like opening 13 with the drop coaster, Intimidator 305, and just recently the world's fastest coaster out in Abu Dhabi. Can you tell us a little bit about those three projects?
Well, basically the project in Abu Dhabi was mostly done by our European companies, or was done by our European companies, and the 13 was also done by our European companies, and I think that those are the fastest coaster on the face of the earth. Yep. And the 13 is the first coaster which has really a significant drop, completely new technology.
Excellent. And then Intimidator 305 opened earlier in the year, and that was an amazing, amazing ride. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that project came to be and how that's doing now?
Yeah, the Intimidator was done by Interride LLC here in the US, and this is an extremely fast coaster. The concept was to create the impression that you are sitting in Dale Earnhardt's car and try to create that expression.
So now, where does Intamin go from here? After world's fastest coaster, you know, one of the tallest in the world. Do you guys, what do you guys have lined up for 2011 that you're at least allowed to talk about?
Well, basically, we are working on a lot of new projects. Here in the US, we are working on the Cheetah Hunt for Busch Gardens Tampa, yep. And we are also working for the Green Lantern for Six Flags Magic Mountain. Yep.
Now, Green Lantern, I was out at Groenaloon last year, and we rode a coaster called Insane. Now, is this one going to be similar to that one? Is it the same model, different model?
It will be basically the same model which was installed in Groenaloon last year.
Excellent, because that ride, it lived up to its Insane moniker. Anything else you want to tell us about 2011? Have you guys, has there been any talk about that technology you guys used on 13 with the drop sequence? Has that sort of come up in any future projects?
Well, we are working on several new projects, but these are the projects I can talk about.
Excellent. No, I totally understand. So, Sandor, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys, you're not going to believe it. Spiderman is here.
Where?
And you're here.
Oh, here I am.
So we're at IAAPA with Spiderman. So tell me, Spiderman, how's the web slinging business going?
Doing pretty good. I get in trouble when I do it here, though. They got to clean up the web. So I got in trouble yesterday. Got a little slap on the hand. So I'm not allowed to swing any webs in here.
You're kidding. So it was
grounded.
So what exactly are you doing at IAAPA if you can't sling the webs?
Keeping bad guys out. Making sure you guys have a good time.
Excellent.
Pretty much that's it.
So what have you seen here at IAAPA that you're very impressed with so far?
The rides outside. That's pretty cool. And these things, like swinging rides in here. That's pretty cool. They have that inside.
Have you been taking in any of the Dippin' Dots, nachos, or pretzel sticks?
In this suit? Are you kidding me? I can't. No carbs.
Excellent. All right.
Chicken and rice.
Just chicken and rice?
Chicken and rice.
Where do you get chicken and rice at IAAPA?
There's a little restaurant over there. That's chicken sandwich.
Excellent. So Green Goblin been giving you any trouble or anything? He's been all right?
They know what's good for them. They're staying out of here.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. This is Spiderman at IAAPA. Thank you again, Spiderman.
Hey guys, you got it. My pleasure.
All right, so we're over here at Lo-Q talking to Leonard Sim. Now, Leonard is the creator of the original Q-Bot. Is that correct?
Well, that's me.
Leonard, as the creator of the original Q-Bot, you guys have had an amazing product. We love using it at theme parks all over the world. Now, this, what I'm holding in my hand here, this is your new thing for water parks, which, correct me if I'm wrong, not only will help you skip the queues, but also works as a paperless cash system. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct. So it's a reservation system for the rides, as well as a payment system using cashless purse.
Excellent. So now, this little thing, it just slips on my hand like this?
Yeah. You'd need a bigger one than that.
Oh, I see. Is this the kitty one? Or?
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll at least give this a go. Let's see. Can you take a look? Excellent. All right. So now tell me a little bit about how this is going to work and how does this integrate with like a lot of slides where it's stairs up and that kind of thing?
There are a number of ways we can use this device, either as a premium device like the Q-Bot, where a number of the guests, a proportion of the guests pay extra to avoid standing in line. But the neat thing about this is it could be used by everybody in the water park, so nobody stands in long lines. And the way it does it is very clever. It counts up the time that you've been in the park but not on the rides. So if you've been in the park for an hour, it will have counted up 1 hour's worth of waiting time for you.
Right.
And each ride will have a cost in waiting time. Just like today you have a cost in waiting time, but you have to stand on your feet in a line.
Right.
Here you'll see a display that tells you what the cost is. And if your device on your wrist has more credits than the tariff for the ride, then you should be able to go straight on.
Excellent. Now, how many? I hear that this is being tested in a park. Is it right now, or is it this for the upcoming season 2011?
We got the initial prototypes ready at the end of the summer last year, and so we had about 10 days of initial testing. Proved the technology is fine. This summer we're working with 3 or 4. I'll leave it at that. Okay. 2 of them already agreed. To run a series of trials leading to, as early as we can, to a full-scale implementation.
And just kind of going back to some of the other products you have, so the Qbot system's been around for what, 10 years now, is that right?
That's right. It first appeared here in the States at IAAPA in 2000. Wow. And we did a demonstration at Six Flags Over Georgia because IAAPA was in Atlanta that year. That was a one-day deal. It really started in 2001.
Excellent. And then you also have your texting system as well, is that correct?
Yeah, the whole mobile arena is something we've got to be very aware of. So we have a simple texting based product that lets you reserve places in line, or time slots actually, and that just uses simple SMS texting. We also have a new application that the engineers have produced for smartphones, so that you can take your own smartphone, not for a year or two perhaps, but you can take your own smartphone into a Qbot park and use your smartphone instead of the Qbot.
Excellent. Now this is all great, and we look forward to using this at hopefully every single park in the world. So Leonard, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you. All right, so we're over here with Adam Sandy from Gerstlauer, and you guys have a lot of stuff happening this year. Let's see, you've got a ride going in at Six Flags Over Georgia. You're making trains for Texas, and I hear you guys have some new products coming up. So let's first, I don't know, what do you want to talk about first? It's your show.
We can talk about what's going on in the U.S. first. 3 big projects. Canopy Lake's getting their compact Eurofighter, which is going to be great for them. The Eurofighter at Six Flags Over Georgia, the first time we're doing the lap bars on a Eurofighter, which we're very excited about. And the custom design trains for Six Flags, which we did in conjunction with Six Flags Engineering, which we're very, very happy about the result there.
So let's talk about the whole lap bar restraint, because I know like all of the self-proclaimed internet experts out there are going to want to hear a lot about like decisions to do that. And now is that going on both of the Eurofighter installations or just Georgia?
Just Georgia. Canopy's getting the traditional Eurofighter. Georgia we got earlier and is completely custom designed, and we figured since we're doing the 6-seater cars there, it's a good time to break them out.
So Texas Giant trains, we've seen the pictures, they look amazing. So who did the design, all that? Did that come from Six Flags? Was that a collaboration with you guys?
That was really a collaboration. We worked with Six Flags both from theming and engineering standpoints, and they came to us because of our expertise building the trains and customization, but they brought a lot to the table because they own rides like El Toro and others that have some pretty high negative Gs, and they said, we have this in our portfolio, we know what we want from these trains, from experience, and from those year in, year out, so what can we do together to do something custom?
You started telling me something a little bit about something in Asia that you can talk just a little tiny bit about, right?
Just a little bit. Gerstlauer's biggest coaster to date. It's a launch Eurofighter, kind of taking the Hansa Park concept to the next level. It's going to be almost 43 meters tall, accelerate to 100 kilometers per hour. Very excited about it, and is going to be just a really amazing piece because it combines unique theming with a fantastic ride experience. So if you like the Hansa Park concept but want to take it up a notch, this is the way to go.
And then over here, it looks like we've got a model of something that could be trains with those new lap bar restraints. Is that right?
Kind of, sort of. Honestly, I wouldn't read too much into those lap bars at this point. More concept than anything.
What, you mean the concept is not exactly how it's going to look?
Shocking, I know, but it might be a little different than people are expecting.
Revelation, everybody. Concept art does not equal the real thing.
Amazing how that works out sometimes.
All right, Adam, thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to Texas Giant, Six Flags Over Georgia, and lots of cool stuff from you guys next year.
We're excited. 9 projects for Gerstlauer and 11. Check them out.
Wow.